welcome back. It's Karthi. So it's finally 2024, and can someone explain how that happened? I mean, where did all the time go? So here we are on the first New Year's Day, and it looks like I'm already completing some of my New Year's goals or resolutions, but let's not stick with that word because it never brings me any luck. And so here I am outside the house reading a book. Who am I, multitasking professional? Because I'm doing so good. I don't know about you, but my love language is writing letters to my friends on their birthdays and making their envelopes extra as hell. Okay, it's gonna look pretty and you can frame it. That's how pretty it's gonna be. And this is one such letter I'm doing, and because this particular friend is the reason I know Anne Liang, it obviously had to be an Anne Liang quote. If there's one thing that I really want to stick through the new year, it's journaling, because I lost in touch with it during first semester of uni and I hated it. I'll be honest, I love using public transport, but using public transport when you're a family is annoying, okay? Like, damn, why does it take so long to get anywhere? I went with my dad to pick up my brothers from school, and tell me why I spent 4 hours for this. I don't know how, but I spent 4 hours. I had my book with me, and so that helped kill some time, but it's not like I can walk and read, you know, so will not ever be wanting to repeat this experience. While entertaining this guy for almost 45 minutes was a huge task. I don't really have an issue with it now, even though I did feel kind of tired and annoyed at the moment. Right now when I'm editing this video, I feel like, wow, this is something I'll remember forever. Yeah, I know, that's how weird it is. Like, siblings, they're siblings, you don't know how to deal with them. Also, it was Ashvik's first time getting on a double-decker bus, and his face was priceless.
What does it say?
She throws all her life away and opens a bookshop aesthetic.
Oh wow.
Every girl's dream.
Yeah, like, can we do that? Give me one ticket for that, please.
Working, I would take you.
you ever come to Dubai and you're a book lover, I'll recommend two places, okay? Two places you must see. Number one, Kinokuniya, because this place has everything. Books, art, manga, anything under the sun, you can find it here. If you're a book lover, you can find anything you want here, okay? That's how amazing this place is. Number two would be Muhammad bin Rashid Library, which is the most beautiful library I have ever seen in my life. And I'll show you guys that in another video.
Go on.
Like it's a serial killer documentary. Zoom into her face.
You give off extremely concerning vibes.
You know, seeing all these pretty books just make me want to cry because I don't have the money to go buy them all. Because if I could and if I had the money, I'm telling you, the entire Kinokuniya would sit in my home. Honestly, I would just make Kinokuniya my home because have you seen this place? It's so pretty. This is like the definition of girl dinner. Like, do you even need food if you have this?
I will scream. That's so pretty. No, that's illegal. Why are you so pretty? The inside's even more pretty. What? This is unfair. This is unfair.
Why the cover so pretty?
Asian books have like the most prettiest covers on earth.
I feel
Oh my god, if you could see this side. Oh. Bro, and tweet cute and all that. Oh my gosh.
wait, how much is it?
It's 86.
54.
What's that? Oh, 54. Okay, that's cheaper, obviously, because it's the paperback version. But dude. Okay, the book. Oh, The Dragon's Promise.
Oh my goodness. Daughter of the Pirate King.
Having the nightmare again. Not the old one. The one with the dark with the dark locked room and the suffocating air and the windowless walls. The dry ache at the
Counting Down with You will always be special in my heart because that was the book that made me a Tashi Bhuiyan fan. Like, that is my book, okay? And I wish they had the other two books as well, especially considering the fact that I was there on publication day of Stay With My Heart, but it wasn't there. And then look at these books that I found hiding in between the shelves because it's so difficult to find some of these books in here because in Dubai, like, there's like very little copies and so you have to do treasure hunt. It's treasure hunt literally. And someone sneakily did something. Okay, so remember how I said it was our birthdays and stuff like that? Well, I got Annette 2 books and she bought me this time it's real paperback version and I'm like, I did not expect that. The way they even pulled that off was so funny because she literally asked Hannah to like pretend that she's gonna go check something else and I was like, me blissfully ignorant, did not even realize and I was like, okay, cool. And then 3 minutes later she returns with the book and I'm like, what? I was so surprised and so happy and shocked that I did not even know what to do with myself. So basically Dubai is of like 2 sides, New Dubai and Old Dubai. So Dubai Mall is in the New Dubai and we're going to Old Dubai right now. And I was hungry so we got a boba and honestly this new flavor was actually pretty good, or maybe it's my hunger speaking because tea and salt normally isn't something I would have thought of. And obviously, I stopped by at a bookstore because, duh. When Hannah pointed this one out, I realized I never checked out the manga at Kinokuniya, which is the most dumbest mistake anyone can do.
Yeah. See? But apparently it doesn't have any punctuation.
Really?
Yeah. Like you can't.
That is.
You can't figure out like when they're speaking.
Oh.
Like it's like you have to guess whether they're speaking or whether they're is it a thought or
Hamlet. We'll read Hamlet.
But the covers are really pretty though. Like they're both the same book. Yeah. Did not know that. I thought it was two different books.
So, I don't know what cooking god stars aligned because my mom's making murka and she usually doesn't do all of this because it is a lot of effort. Okay, so it's very rarely made, but she's making it today. And now if you don't know, it's basically this crunchy spicy snack which is in spirals. It's shaped in spirals and it's pretty good. It's like really crunchy, so it's easy to like snack on. Like you can just eat and eat and eat and you not realize you finished an entire plate of it. And yeah, it's actually really good. And if you can ever get your hands on it, and if you've never tried it before, you should definitely try it out. Now, as you can see, I'm not the one doing the cooking. So you're like wondering, Karthika, what did you even do that day? Did you just like stare at your mom doing this? No, I was actually organizing my bookshelf. And now you're wondering, why isn't it there in this video? Because I'm making that as a separate video where you can also listen to me talk about all of the books I read in 2023 while I organize this said bookshelf. Here's a small sneak peek. After 2 days of not reading anything, I'm back and I'm reading, and this time it's The Prison Healer. And this is actually sounding really good at this point, and I'm really excited about how it goes. Also, journaling update. I am staying strong. I am doing it every day. I am dedicated. I will do this. We will make it to an entire year, okay? Say it with me, please. Pray for me because I really want to stick with it. Honestly, I just realized that I've never done journaling for like an entire year consistently, which is weird because why have I not done it? Like, I love doing it, but all the time it's like maximum 2 months. I think 2 months is the longest I've done. So I'm gonna do it this year. It's gonna be simple. Then tell me why I just read what I read. Why? I like halfway through the book, or like for the past like 50-75 pages, I have been praying he doesn't turn out to be one of those. And like when I saw the scene where this person shows up, I was like, oh, okay, thank goodness it's not one of those tropes. It was one of those tropes. I just want to throw this. Oh wow, look at me. I'm back at the park again in the same week. Who is this Karthika? Because she wouldn't get out of the house this frequently. Honestly, this entire week's been quite a surprise. And shout out to my mom for actually filming this for me, because I was having a hard time trying to take videos of me sketching, because there's a bench, but other than that there's no place for me to like keep the phone propped up. And so she was like, I'll take it for you, and she did it for me, and I'm so happy about this. And I really like how it turned out. Like, look at me, so proud, showing it off. Ashwik had some holiday homework where he had to like sit with a blanket and read, and I was like, you know what, let's make this into bonding time. And I picked up my Rebel of the Sand copy and decided to like annotate it and just explain why this guy suddenly decided this is the best time to like pretend read 5 books while my sister flips through just 3 pages. And I'm like, why? Siblings are a mystery that no one can ever solve. So, yesterday I finished reading The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This book, I'm hoping it's not glaring. And I have so many thoughts, okay? Like, damn, this was not what I expected, okay? So, because number one, this is nothing like the classic fantasy. The characters will always be someone very, very important, okay? And in this book, it's nothing like that. So I was like, oh, finally a fantasy book where like the main characters are not royalty, okay? I was like, oh, finally, yes. And so it was really, really nice to see this like from a very, very different setting, because this happens like the title suggests, the prison healer. So our main character, Kiva, and she is the prison healer. Okay, so she somehow ends up in prison at the age of 7, and obviously because this is fantasy and the rules are absolutely absurd. Not that real life rules are not absurd at times in the way prisons work, but like, anyways, yeah, so she ends up becoming the prison healer at a certain age, and so her basic duty is to like take care of the inmates and also to like carve out a Z on each new admission. Sounds like a school. No, it's not a school. It's a prison, and that's her life. And she absolutely hates
the part of where this is a prison. She loves treating people, she loves healing people, but she hates the fact that she has to also be a part of this prison authority, because otherwise she will get attacked and she will have to face the consequences of it. And so she's a very, very detached person. The only person she has a connection to is this young boy Tip, and honestly can't blame her because he's like the most adorable boy ever, and if no one adopts him, I'm adopting him, okay? Yeah, and this book was so good. The characters and everything. Okay, yeah. Coming back to the plot. Coming back. So yeah, now she's detached. She doesn't make connections. She's like a silent person aiding these inmates, even though the inmates always think she's on the authority side instead of their side, because she has to pretend, okay? Like, pretend. And then during winter, so the book starts off kind of in the winter, and during winter, not many prisoners end up coming to the prison. But surprisingly, someone does show up. Actually, 3 someones, but only 1 person is alive, and that's our male main character. His name is Jaren. Jaren. Should have gone and looked at the pronunciations. Okay, anyways, so, and he looks really different, and she's like, oh, this guy looks different. He looks strong. He's gonna die in 3 weeks. Now here's the thing. Few weeks after this Jaren guy shows up, the Rebel Queen shows up at prison because she's caught and she's brought to prison, and now there's this sudden trials being held. So the trials are like this impossible 4 kinds of tests, and if a certain prisoner who has to do these 4 trials do end up completing all of them, surviving all 4 of them, they can be free. They'll go free, okay? They don't have to stay in prison at all. But the thing is, the Rebel Queen, who's been asked to participate in these trials, is deathly sick. She is basically on her sick bed. She's with a high fever and everything, and whatever Kiva does, this lady's not getting any better. And so, Kiva decides to be the bigger person, and she gives her name as tribute. So basically there's this kind of clause that you can take another person's this one, and if you complete it successfully, you both can go free. If not, you're both dead. So, yeah. And that's basically the plot of it. The thing is, what I really loved about this book was the way the ending made me question the entire book. Like, I was going in a certain flow, and then you've already seen some of my reactions at this point. And yeah, and then that happens. And then the ending happens, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And that really, really made me want to like go back and read the entire thing once again, because that last page, which had like, I think like 5 lines, but those 5 lines were like, what did you just say? Like, that was mind-blowing. That was like the biggest bomb the author could ever drop, ever. And I was like, I was literally, what do I say? Thinking of all of my life decisions. I was like, I was so wrong about this book. I was so wrong. And I'm glad I was wrong, because I'm really, really enjoying it. So I'm going to be reading the second book ASAP. And yeah, so basically The Prison Healer, it's 5 stars. And just because of how messed up The Prison Healer made me, I actually made a journal entry about it. Like, I went to the park and I drew all this. Yeah, I did all this. I'm pretty sure it's there in the video, so show you again, because and I literally wrote down stuff like, oh, their roles entirely new, commonly used tropes, no commonly used tropes, nothing too extravagant. And yeah, I need to reread it and like annotate it better, because that book. Now, what am I reading? Yeah, so wait, did I mention that? Okay, so basically, if it wasn't obvious, Prison Healer is a 5 stars from me, and it's actually pretty good. Like, it's one of the first fantasy reads I read this year, and I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna read the rest of it. It was also on my 2024 TBR, so that's one thing checked off as well. Now, because I'm me and I have some of my physical books as well, I wanted to go through them as well. So I ended up picking this up again because I want to annotate it better. I remember like reading it last year in March, and I did annotate like very little, like underlining, but I want to like do tabbing and everything. So that's also gonna happen, and yeah, I'm so excited. So we'll read book 2 and let you know.